What's going on, everybody? This is John Jake Gaming on the mic here, coming at you with a brand new episode of the Coach Grossman Dynasty here on NCAA 14, featuring that college football revamp, of course. And we got another great game in store for you guys here today. We are taking on the number 17 team in all of college football. We are taking on the Ole Miss Rebels. They got themselves a little bit of a squad, man. They are an A- overall team, A offense, A- defense. We're A+ across the board, and Lee Corso gonna be rocking with us as they are on the verge of bowl eligibility, sitting at 5-3. We have a little bit higher expectations at this point in the year. We are trying to get ourselves to that national championship so that we can win the entire damn thing, man. So it's gonna be an exciting episode, and I hope you guys are ready for it. And if you are, make sure you go ahead, smash that like button, hit subscribe as well if you do happen to be brand new to the channel, by the way. And with that being said, I will see you guys on the field going on the road against this Ole Miss squad. Let's get it. So with that being said, it is about time for us to go ahead and get things underway. Your Oklahoma Sooners taking on the 17th ranked Ole Miss Rebels. And look at this run. Sean Albert down the sideline. Gets caught from behind. Oh my goodness. I thought that joint is going to be a touchdown. But a great way to start this game, man. We already are in Ole Miss territory. And our offense just now taking the field. And speaking of taking that field, how about Jeremy Givens going ahead and setting the tone to get this one going? A 10-yard run in this one, as we are going to get that run game established early, as we do 2 runs with Jeremy Givens to start this game out. And we already have 2 first downs to our name. We'll see if we can go 3 for 3 on that. Givens runs to the left, doesn't get to the first down markers, but still a pretty good run. That sets up a gain of 6. You already know what time it is. Maurice Royal may be the centerpiece, but don't sleep on Givens now. He is a bad, bad man. And we're seeing it right here. 1st and 10. Royal play action, facing pressure and can't get it out. It's going to be incomplete. We had a man open, but we just hesitated a little bit too long. As now it sets up 2nd and 10. As now Andrew Smith, he's going to take a carry up the middle. And he will go ahead and pick himself up a gain of 6. We'll see if we can end this drive in a touchdown. Royal under shotgun. He looks to the left and finds Sean Albert into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And one of 2 passes for Maurice Royal, but making them count. Got that first score of the day through the air. And we will be up 7-0. Plus we get a 3 and out to get things going. Oh, baby, say less. As we are back on the field again with our offense after a quick 3 and out with Ole Miss. As we get the ball to the Jeremy Tate for the first time today. And it sets up a gain of 16. Royal under center, trying to get the read option going, but Ole Miss, they simply just call the perfect play on defense. And that's going to set us back significantly. 2nd and 14. Royal looking over the middle, getting it to Jeremy Tate, but Tate drops it. And now it's going to be 3rd and 14. Gonna need to get real creative now if we're gonna get that first down. Looking at you, Albert. We'll see if he can get there. 3rd and 14. Looking over the middle. We got a space, but Sean Albert does not reach the first down marker. You hate to see it. And that does end up meaning we gotta go ahead and punt this ball away. As now Ole Miss gonna be coming in and taking over, but the defense, oh, this defense certainly came to play today. Still have not allowed a single first down yet. We'll see if we can keep that going as Tate gets it out to Montgomery. And that could have been a lot more, but Mason Warner, number 82, does not go to block. A very low effort play for Mason Warner with a custom prospect. It's going to make it 3rd down. We'll see if it kills them. as Tate drops back over the middle, finds Ryan, and oh my goodness, Nick Alexander can't keep up, and Ole Miss is going to find the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. And Maurice Ryan, man, with a 76-yard touchdown. And this thing is now officially all knotted up at 7 apiece. Huge play for Ole Miss. And that will get this crowd riled up. And we actually go 3 and out on the next possession. So now Ole Miss with an opportunity to take their very first lead of the day. And looking good doing it, as Tony Montgomery picks up 30. And back in our territory again. We'll see if we can do a little bit better than the 76-yard scamper. Montgomery taking another run, this time to the right-hand side. And it's for a gain of 11. Is now in the edge of the maroon zone. And Tate having some pressure issues, but look who he finds. Maurice Royal again. He's been killing us early. He almost has 100 yards receiving. And we are not even remotely close to being done with this game. We're like halfway through the first quarter. He's been going off in this one. As Ole Miss wants that second touchdown of the first quarter. Tate going to take it out to the left-hand side, but look who breaks it up. Marcus Johnson beats him back. And it's already the second TFL for Marcus Johnson today. So now 3rd and 6. Looking to hold it down. We'll see if we can do it. Tate dropping back, looking left, gets to the Montgomery. He makes Matt Ratliff miss and slivers his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. And we got themselves, might have ourselves a little bit of a game here, ladies and gentlemen. We are down 14-7. But yeah, man, he makes one of the best safeties in all of America miss. You don't see that very often. So now it's our time to take the field as we will receive the kickoff with 2:20 left to go. And Sean Albert, he has a hole to work with and gets pushed out of bounds. Another fantastic return for Sean Albert that will get us at roughly midfield. We'll see if we can do something. As now, Maurice Royal, he's going to carry the ball upfield. He's got some serious room to work with. And despite the lack of speed, Maurice Royal with a huge first down is now 1st and 10. Royal dropping back, looking to the left, trying to get it to Terry Condon, but he drops it. Our core having some drop issues early on in this one, as that could have been a huge gain, but instead, 2nd and 10, and we hand it off to the running back. Givens got some space, one-on-one with the safety, gets around him, but the rest of the team catch up. 15-yard grab. Play action on the next play. Royal looking towards the right-hand side, and oh, broken up at the very last second. And it comes down to a 3rd and 6. Royal under shotgun, 4 wide set, dropping back, looks right, finds Aaron Atkins, who scampers into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And already 2 passing TDs early for the Heisman hopeful, as that will make it 21 touchdowns on the season for Maurice Royal. And Aaron Atkins, man, he's been going off as of late. 4 touchdowns in the last 2 games. He's been unstoppable. As now Ole Miss will take back over, and Montgomery gets a good run in as well. He picks up 10 as that carries us through to the end of the first quarter, and we got an exciting one out here, man. We are all knotted up at 14. We are ready for battle. So now we go ahead and jump into the second quarter of play as Dustin Tate tries to set up a triple option, but we just absolutely collapse. TJ Bailey not showing any hesitation. It's the first TFL of the day for him. Setting up 3rd and 12. Tate in shotgun, dropping back and runs out of time. He takes a shot from, I believe it was Nick Gunn that got the hit. But unfortunately, we cannot capitalize ourselves as we do end up going 3 and out on the next possession. So Ole Miss will have the football right back in their hands once again. As now, 3rd and 4 coming up. Tate got a 4 wide set. It's actually a halfback draw though, and Montgomery gets loose with it and picks up the first down. Usually those halfback draws don't work very well against us, but so far today, Ole Miss has been finding a way to make it work as their speed options. Those are not working though. Minus 4-yard rush as Sean Hall comes up and gets a huge TFL. As that will get him into another 3rd down, but that doesn't mean success for us. They're 4 for 6 so far in these conversions as they try to set up a halfback screen, but Marcus Johnson's got a beat on it, and it's fumbled. The ball was fumbled, and Brent Thomas picks it up down the sideline, and we're going to get ourselves a big boy touchdown. Oh, you absolutely love to see it, baby. Brent Thomas just being optimistic, and they aren't going to overturn it either. It's legit. And let's go, man. We end up with a 21-14 lead. And Ole Miss goes 3 and out on their next possession once again as our offense back out on the field for yet another drive. Givens almost managed to get himself back up. He didn't get there all the way, but he wanted those extra yards. As now, 1st and 10. Royal looking, deciding who to throw it to, and just spent too much time deciding. He ends up getting hit as he's thrown. Thankfully, just an incomplete. We don't lose any yards. But we got to make decisions a little bit quicker, even on those more long developing plays, because our offensive line is a little bit on the younger side. If we do have one weakness in our offense, is that our offensive line can be a little bit inconsistent at times with the pass protection. Still a good group, don't get me wrong, but I mean, it's not as elite as our receivers or running back, or especially Maurice Royal, man. But it is what it is. We're going to try to run for it on 1st and 10 as Jeremy Givens fumbles it. He fumbles the football, and they are going to mark him down, and Jeremy Givens just cannot believe it, man. Just gets blown up, and that ball is clearly out. No discussion needed for that, as that is our first turnover of the day as well. So we turn their fumble recovery into a touchdown. We'll see if they can do the same thing with ours, or if our defense can step up here real quick and make sure that doesn't happen. 2nd and 10. Tate, it's actually a read option, left-hand side, as Dustin Tate does end up getting blown up like a Christmas tree. But a 3rd and short nonetheless, as Tate runs it right, gets it to Montgomery. Montgomery gets some space to work, and Montgomery tried his best to get there, but our defense locks it up. And they ran some clock off. That's what they ended up deciding to do before punting this ball away to us. But good news for us, though, is that we still have all 3 of our timeouts. We do use one of them here as we now go 5 wide. That's when we're the most dangerous. Over the middle, trying to get it to Brad Means, but there's a flag on the penalty on the field, and it's the linebacker, Andy Davis, and it's a spot foul too. That moves us 18 yards. So that's what I like to see, man. Royal looking to go to work, and he got open a little bit faster. That was going to be a massive play for us. But instead, 3rd and 7. Royal, 4 wide set, Givens in the backfield. He's looking, gets it out to Jeremy Tate, who fights forward and does manage to go ahead and pick up that first down once again. We have 1 timeout remaining here. We got to be smart here. Looking left, get it out to Andy Smith. He does manage to get out of bounds. That does stop the clock, and that's a good thing too. If he didn't get there, we would have had to maybe spike the ball or something. But instead, 2nd and 1. Royal dropping back again, trying to get it to Brad Means. And that's also going to be incomplete. This secondary for Ole Miss has been really going about making sure that they are keeping everything in front of them. It's been an impressive job so far. But when you play as, 4-vat long ball as much as Ole Miss does, it's going to open up some things underneath eventually. And we saw that with Aaron Atkins picking up that first down. 1st and 10. We throw short again to Ryan Gordon, who takes an absolute missile shot, but still picks up 5. And we got to go quickly. Royal on the no huddle. Going to throw it short to Jeremy Tate, and Jeremy Tate does fall in for a 9-yard grab. It's another red zone opportunity for Oklahoma. Can we double up Ole Miss before the half? And what a throw by Sean Albert, who's able to squeeze it in there, get 10 toes down. And now 1st and goal. Looking for the end zone. Royal looking over the middle, and we find the tight end, Terry Cannon, into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And it's the 3rd passing touchdown of this game for Maurice Royal. He is not playing games today, coming through when it matters the most. And we will go into the locker room with a commanding lead. We are going to be up 28-14. So let's go ahead and jump right into the second half of this game against Ole Miss. And they do get the ball to start in the second half. We'll see if we can hold it down. And what a dot to Maurice Ryan, who's been a menace. Did quiet things down a little bit since the first quarter, but that throw will confirm that he does have over 100 yards receiving. Maurice Ryan certainly on a whole different level as of right now. But we will see if the rest of this offense can step up. And 2nd and 3, Montgomery. He's going to run up the middle. He's got a huge hole, as Nick Alexander does eventually make the tackle, but it's a 15-yarder. They're gashing the Oklahoma D. Tate looking over. Oh, I'm surprised. We almost got that pass interference called on us now. But we are able to get away with it. And it's now 3rd and long because of it. 4 wide set. Montgomery in the backfield. Tate drops back, looks to the right, gets it out to A.J. Grant. But it's not going to be close to the 1st down marker. And they will end up settling for a field goal. So that will go ahead and make this a 28-17 game, as they will go ahead and kick it back off to Sean Albert. And you already know that is a terrible mistake. This time it almost leads to a touchdown. Sean Albert almost scored on that. We almost saw that kick return for a touchdown, but not meant to be. Still a 72-yard kick return. You absolutely love to see it. We're already in the red zone, and we only ran 1 offensive play. We are not playing these games today. As now, 1st and 10 in the red zone. We hand it off again to Jeremy Givens. His 11th carry of the day. He fights forward and picks up a gain of 8 there. And he's now above 7 yards a carry. We'll see if he can maintain that. Another run for Jeremy Givens, who gets lit up like a Christmas tree, but he does get to that 1st down marker. 1st and goal. Looking for another touchdown for the offense, as Royal looks over the middle, finds Jeremy Tate. And Jeremy Tate also ends up getting lit up as well. But now inside the 1. Royal looking over the middle. Touchdown, Aaron Atkins. And this thing is starting to get a little bit out of hand. The 4th touchdown grab of the day for Maurice Royal and company. And Aaron Atkins on a different level, man. 5 touchdown grabs in the last 2 games. He's been balling out all day long, as Montgomery trying to keep Ole Miss in this game, and a huge play as well. So Ole Miss gets themselves in some really good field position. It's been a wild game so far, as Tate drops back over the middle, finds himself Antoine Blatchard, and it's his first catch of the day. It goes for a gain of 6. But can it lead to another 1st down? 5 for 11 on 3rd down conversions today. As we out a 5 wide set. Tate Dropping back. He's got some time and finds Montgomery, who gets lit up as soon as he catches it, but he was on the sticks. And they will move it for him. So a second down coming up after the big throw and continuing to get dot after dot after dot. AJ Grant this time of the catch. Gain of 15. Setting up a goal line situation. Blanchard moving in motion. Gets it out to Tate. And he had a receiver, but just missed him though. That could have been 6 points. So now 3rd and goal coming. It's going to send 8 people in coverage. Tate with some time. He's going to throw over the middle to Harwell. But Harwell could not reach the end zone. And Ole Miss, they settle for yet another field goal in this one. So it does become a 2-possession game, but not by much. And our offense, man, this offense has been moving differently, man. Maurice Royal especially. 4 touchdown passes on the day already. We'll see if we can find number 5 on this drive. As Royal will look to the right. He gets it out to the fullback, Ryan Gordon. And Ryan Gordon keeps rumbling and stumbling. And it's a 22-yard grab for the fullback, who hasn't been used much over the course of his season. But when he has, man, he's been able to make something happen. And speaking of making things happen, Maurice Royal, which really lucky that was not fumbled. Usually when you see that quarterback dive like that, sometimes he fumbles the ball. If y'all played 14 for a while, you know what it is. But instead, 3rd and short, we get it out to Sean Albert. And he gets us inside that 10-yard line for a goal line set. 4 wide. Sean Albert to the left by himself. We're looking. We find Sean Albert. It's thrown a little bit behind him, but it's a really great adjustment on the football. And how about those Heisman calls coming from Maurice Royal, though? 5th touchdown pass of the day. And we continue to take a commanding lead. It's no longer going to be field goals. That's not going to do it. Down 42-20 as we almost get a sack off rip, man. Marcus Johnson blew the play up, but got rid of it just in time. As now, 2nd and 10. Tate gonna hand it off to Utley. Utley, the big bruising fullback with a ton of space, a fullback's dream, and takes advantage. Sitting on the 42. Tate dropping back, looking to the left, and it's Mason Warner who gets a stiff arm and breaks another tackle as well. Mason Warner, who went off in that Missouri game. He ended up with 2 touchdown grabs to ensure a victory against, actually, no, it was against LSU, but Mason Warner had 2 touchdown grabs. That was the first time I actually called his name all game today. He's been really quiet. We'll see if they go to him a little bit more here in this 4th quarter. As Oklahoma, we are up 22 with just 1 more quarter to play. So let's get those 4s up and let's see if we can finish things out. 42-20 game as it's a 1st and 10. Tate dropping back, but facing an incredible amount of pressure. And Dustin Tate gets brought down by Marcus Johnson, who will be credited with the sack. 3rd and 16. 5 wide set though. Tate dropping back. He's got a little bit of time. Throws it over to the left-hand side, and it's nearly intercepted. But there's a penalty on the play, though. But it's going to be offensive pass interference. They're calling it on John Jones. We do end up declining the penalty, and now it's 4th and 16. Is now Tate looking around. He wants to throw it. And look who makes a play. Marcus Johnson, who gets sent out into coverage and actually almost gets the interception there. Wow, how about Marcus Johnson showing some athleticism, looking for Mason Warner, but he was just too covered. And that will end up being a turnover on downs. As now, Royal dropping back. We got one-on-one. Gonna try for the long bomb. And Sean Albert can't pull it in. Nice one-on-one coverage. So now, 2nd and 10, and they don't put a lot of people in the box. So we hit that halfback draw. And that was an easy run for us. Gain of 8 there. A reasonable 3rd down coming up for our Oklahoma offense. And we'll see who get those Sooners booming here on this 3rd and short. As we go with a Jeremy Givens handoff. He makes it up to the 2nd level. And is brought down for a gain of 12. He almost broke another one. But either way, Jeremy Givens with a 100-yard day. He's going to try to get him a little bit more involved in the passing game. As that goes for a gain of 8. It's now 2nd and 2. Looking to maybe take a little bit of time off the clock as well. And maybe even get some backups in depending on how these next 2 or 3 drives ends up playing out. As now we go ahead and rock and roll here with another 1st and 10. Maurice Royal getting himself up to the line of scrimmage. Royal, it's going to be a handoff. He's got some space. Royal taking it upfield, and if Aaron Atkins didn't get in the way, that could have been 6 despite the lack of athleticism. But I'm sure we should be able to finish this drive, no problem. Givens up the middle, and it's in. Touchdown, Oklahoma. As Jeremy Givens ends up finding the end zone. And it's now a more commanding lead here as we are up 49-20 against the number 17 team in all of college football. As now 1st and 10 again. Tate looking up the middle desperately. Needs to get some points on the board. It needs to do it fast. 2nd and 3. Tate's looking over the middle, running out of time, and gets blown up in the backfield. Dustin Tate gets sacked for a loss of 8, as that is the 1st sack of the day for Matt Berg. And another 3rd and long for a team that has kind of struggled with 3rd down conversions here in the 2nd half. As Tate getting desperate, but finds A.J. Grant. We give up a 3rd and 12. You cannot be serious right now. As now 1st and 10. Tate again getting hit. He's been abused in the 2nd half. Hasn't always led to sacks, but hey, is leading into incompletions. And another 3rd and 10 because of it. This time they just run it with Montgomery. And Montgomery gets yet another 1st down on the ground. Those halfback draws, man, they've been sneaky good for Ole Miss. They know that we're really aggressive with our pass rush. As, look at that catch by Maurice Ryan, man. One-handed that thing, man. That is insane. It's now 1st and 10. Tate dropping back. Got some time. Runs out low on it, though, but finds Mason Warner with a 12-yard grab. Another catch for the custom prospects. But he is not on the field. Maybe we'll see him later in the drive. If we have any more of a drive, as Harwell, he's actually going to find the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. So things could get a little bit interesting here, especially if they go for the onside kick, which I imagine they will, and sure enough, they're going to do it. Ole Miss in desperate need of the onside kick, and Jeremy Tate is going to be able to recover the onside kick, man. And that means that we could go ahead and run down the rest of his clock if that's something that we want to do. And sure enough, we will do just that. And that means we will end up getting yet another convincing victory on the road against one of the best teams in America, the number 17 team in the nation, and we make it look easy. We win this one 49-27. So despite a late push, I would say, by Ole Miss, we still end up winning this thing convincingly, man. Get to 9-0. But that being said, there was a ton of offense in this one. Both of us had around 425 yards of offense. We did it mostly with our ground game, 202 on the ground and 221 through the air. Ole Miss ended up with only 132 yards on the ground, but 294 yards passing. Both of us had that one fumble loss, but we turned ours into a touchdown. And that being said, what we also ended up seeing is we lost a turnover battle and we had a similar number of penalties. So Maurice Royal, man, even though he didn't have like a ton of yards today, he was really efficient in terms of what's the most important thing for us. That was actually finding the end zone. We were 221 yards, 5 touchdown passes, and a 72% completion percentage. He was pretty efficient with taking care of the football and getting a ton of points. Now, for our ground game, Jeremy Givens did end up also having a really good day. 20 carries, 137 yards, and a touchdown. Did have a fumble, though. Maurice Royal also had a quiet 7 for 55. Now, for our receivers, we actually did not have any receivers again with a 100-yard day. But both Aaron Atkins and Sean Albert both ended up with multiple touchdown grabs with 2 apiece. Terry Cotton with a drop in there as well. He ended up with 1 catch for a grand total of 7 yards in this one as well. That was also a touchdown grab from Maurice Royal. But the person who actually led the day in yards today was Jeremy Tate, the junior from Riverview, Michigan. Ends up with 5 catches and 57 yards. Now, although this defense did give up more points than what we're usually accustomed to this season, what we did end up seeing is this team did end up locking in after the first quarter. Marcus Johnson leading the way in tackles in this one. He was just all over the field. I'm pretty sure literally, right? He ends up with 9 tackles, 7 TFLs, a sack. Dude even had a pass deflection today, like in coverage on a 4th down. Like he's just a very versatile player that I love to have. Eric Gunn also had a pretty solid day. 8 tackles, 2 TFLs in this one. Matt Ratliff also ended up with 7. Meanwhile, we did end up getting this quarterback a couple of times today. I talked about Marcus Johnson getting a sack in there, but Matt Berg was able to get in there and get a sack as well. The senior from Hanover, Pennsylvania, only had a couple of tackles today, but did end up with a TFL. We may not have had any interception in this one, but we did get the ball on the ground a couple of times. Matt Mays and TJ Bailey with a forced fumble, with Brent Thomas not only getting a fumble recovery, but also ended up getting a defensive touchdown that really helped us pull away there, and really the rest was history. We end up improving to 9-0 on the season. So after the bye week, we do find ourselves as the #1 team in America again. It is a long time coming. And not only are we the #1 team in America, but I'm pretty sure that we are unanimous #1 team, right? Yep, we got all of the first place votes as of right now, but look at this opponent that we're going up against in the next episode, man. Not only are they ranked in the top 10, but they are ranked in the top 10 with a 5-4 record. Like, Houseway, you gotta tell me your secrets, man. Like, I know they're a little bit shaken up right now. They actually started the season 1-3, but they are all to ranked opponents, though. Granted, Texas A&M has not beaten anyone that's currently ranked in the top 25. We're looking to see if we can continue that trend as well as we continue to chase those hopes and dreams to get to the national championship game. So it's going to be a good one, man. But in the meantime, if you enjoyed today's action against Ole Miss, I need you guys to do me a favor real quick, man. I need you to go ahead, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button as well if you do happen to be brand new. And with that being said, this is John J Gaming on the mic signing off. Hoping you're all out there having a good one. Take care, everybody.